Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another video. Now this video has been requested by a lot of people, especially from India and other regions in Southeast Asia, because it rains a lot during this time of the year in that part of the world. And if you live in Britain, it rains almost 80% of the time in a year. And I'm not being sarcastic. This summer has been a bit of a damp squib, to put it mildly, and quite upsetting because we have very harsh winters. Our summer has been disappointing. So I want to do a list of 10 fragrances which smell amazing when it rains. So there are two scenarios I thought of. One, before it's about to rain, that is very humid, and obviously if you live in that kind of a humid condition, you sweat a lot and there is nothing to evaporate that sweat, so fragrances just wash off you. Yeah, that's the problem with very high humidity countries. So I thought about that, and there's some fragrance to deal with that. Then when it starts to rain, the temperatures come down, right? And it's quite damp and the air is thick. So that's the kind of conditions we get here. It's normally cold, it rains a lot, but it doesn't rain like cats and dogs, which it does in the Southeast Asian part of the world. But I think the whole idea is to, balance those two requirements. So here is a list. Let's see what you think of it. So I'll start off the list. Most of the fragrances in this list are designers, all of them nearly. No niche, because I want to cater to a wider variety, wider audience, if you like. I'll do a niche if you want me to. Just let me know in the comment section. So let's start with a fragrance that is a budget fragrance. When I reviewed this fragrance about 2 years ago, it became an instant hit with people. It tries to emulate a Chanel, and the fragrance is an Armaf, and it's called Legesi. It's smelled in a funny kind of way, Legesi, and the fragrance is a beautiful. The moment I smell it, it brings a smile on my face. Reason being, it's ideal for high humidity situation because it's waxy. It's got a lipsticky undertone to it. It's lavender. Lavender is beautiful for high heat scenarios, and it is based on greenness. It's green, it's creamy, it's waxy, it's beautifully uplifting. It's one of the nicest fragrances you can buy if you live in a hot country, especially if it gets humid. This has got superb performance, and it tries to do Chanel Egoist Platinum, which is another great scent for very high humidity situations. It's old. Chanel relies on galbanum, which is a green, glossy kind of a note. You don't get much galbanum here, but it's still there. I'll do a comparison video soon, but if you're looking for a very classy, uplifting, amazingly effective fragrance in high humidity situation, Legesi by Armaf. It is not going to let you down. Next on my list is a barbershop fragrance, but it's a beautiful woody scent. Again, doesn't cost a lot of money, and barbershop fragrances are wonderful for high humidity situation. Lalique Homme EDP. I've praised this fragrance many times. So this is very beautiful. It has a lovely note of pencil shavings, and it's sort of lemony, woody, fresh, and just an amazing value for money fragrance. So if you live in a hot country, try this. Yeah, Lalique Homme EDP. Next on my list is an even more spectacular fragrance. It relies on mint. It's a beautiful Guerlain. It is Guerlain L Boisee. I've reviewed it many years ago. You won't get these bottles. Now you get the Listerine style bottles from Guerlain. This is a beautiful fragrance. It's a vetiver scent. Green, fantastic vetiver with mint and effervescent boozy gin. This is a superb fragrance for high humidity. As you can imagine, it's got all the notes that are going to cut through the sweaty, humidity, stuffy kind of a feeling that you get when you live in a hot country. Absolutely beautiful. Try it out before it starts to rain. I think it will smell equally nice when it rains as well. Next two are hidden gems. I've reviewed all of these. This one is a Baldessarini. Baldessarini is basically a niche kind of a line of Hugo Boss. This one is called Baldessarini Eau de Cologne. Now, when somebody says Eau de Cologne, people will automatically assume that it's going to be a light scent. It is a light scent, but it lasts about 6 hours. Beautiful. This fragrance is so nice. It's got sort of a contrast of notes. Okay, so it is a green lemony scent, very tangy, but in the middle there are two beautiful notes of chamomile and cloves, and then at the dry down it's ambery, it's styrax, vetiver, tobacco. It's just beautiful. This fragrance is so beautifully made, and it's such a less talked about fragrance. I think Tom Ford for men tries to emulate this. Give it a try. This is a superb fragrance when it starts to just drizzle. You know, when the air is heavy, that's when this fragrance lasts a long time. And if it doesn't rain at all in your country and you live in a sort of a mild climate, spring and autumn are amazing for this fragrance. Really nice, very classy, superb fragrance. Give it a try. Labdanum, tobacco, amber, fir balsam, chamomile, what not to like. It's a beautiful composition. Next one is a fragrance which is again a cheapie. It is Salvatore Ferragamo F. Now, I made an error when I reviewed it. I always used to think I've got F black. It isn't. F black has a different packaging just to make life, a little bit confusing for everybody. But yeah, my review refers to this fragrance as F black. Apologies. This is F. Now, this one has got green apple, lavender, pepper. But that's only the beginning. This fragrance has got oodles and oodles of labdanum styrax. Labdanum styrax is one of the most nicest, most comforting, most chic ambery notes out there. My favorite. It's used in many fragrances, men's fragrances and women's. It's a beautiful note. And if you want to experience what labdanum smells like, buy this fragrance. Again, a cheapie, smells amazing, fresh yet warm. So when it starts to drizzle, you get this out. Beautiful fragrance, really, really nice. Hidden gem. Both these two, last two. 5 done, 5 to come. Now, when it starts to rain, the temperatures are going to drop. Excuse me. And when the temperatures start to drop, you want something that is comforting, that is going to give you a little warmth. So next 5 fragrances focus around that. First one, I haven't got a full bottle yet, but I'll get it soon. I've done a review recently, and it's called Lolita, Lempicka, Green Lover. Now this scent, excuse me, getting a bit of a dry throat for some reason. This fragrance is absolutely spectacular because of the contrasting notes. And the contrasting notes are green mandarin coupled with tea, I think, and pepper, and then vanilla. Beautiful, beautiful scent. Styrax. There are many notes. One of a kind fragrance. This reminds me of Amouage Sunshine Man, no less, and doesn't cost a lot of money. So Lolita, Lempicka, Green Lover. When it starts to rain, I think this is going to reward you immensely. Beautiful fragrance. Amazing fragrance. One of the nicest designer fragrances I have discovered in recent times. Again, a hidden gem. Not a lot of talk. But if you can get your hands on Green Lover, do that. Excuse me. Next on my list is a fragrance which is again, a spectacular designer fragrance. It is Zadig and Voltaire. This is him. This is vanilla-centric fragrance. But what a scent this is. It's got so many contrasting notes, it'll blow your socks off. It's smoky, it's spicy, it's woody with a beautiful comforting vanilla. It's so nice. I would probably call this a niche quality designer. It's spectacular. So when it's raining, you want something which is slightly comforting. So smoky vanilla, contrasting but beautiful. I think it also has a note of hibiscus flower. What a beautiful scent this is, guys. You'll never go wrong with this scent, especially when it starts to rain. So, Zadig Voltaire, this is him. Superb rock star fragrance. Especially if you're driving, it's raining everywhere, you're in your car, and you're going for a long trip. This is him. Oh, you'll never forget that journey. Next on my list is another Guerlain, and this one is Lionstown, the Guerlain EDT. Now you won't get these bottles anymore. You'll get the Listerine style bottle. And this is again a fragrance full of contrasts. It is centered around arak, which is an alcoholic drink, ancient alcoholic drink, which is quite bitter and lemony. So star anise is what is used there. And this one uses star anise. So it's bitter, sort of effervescent. And then it has contrasting notes of lemony, resinous, chocolatey, patchouli. Absolute rock star fragrance. This fragrance is one of those fragrances which is one of the best designer fragrances Guerlain has ever made. Yeah. So if you like niche quality fragrances and you live in a country which gets pretty damp when it rains and keeps on raining, and you want something interesting and uplifting to go with your desire to smell great, Lionstown de Guerlain EDT. Amazing fragrance. Give it a try. And the performance is bombastic as well. Next on my list is another hidden gem. I recently reviewed it and it is very special. Pharrell Williams Girl. Now this one is a take on Fahrenheit, but a very unique take. So take Fahrenheit, remove the extreme masculinity that used to be there in Fahrenheit and include a creamy green vetiver with a superb iris, not lipsticky, but green radiant iris. So make Fahrenheit radiant. That's how this is. This is so good. And it costs so little money. It will stun you. And it has amazing performance. It's very interesting. And just is an antidote to dull grey weather. I'm telling you. So Pharrell Williams Girl, try it out. You'll not be disappointed. Next on my list, and the last one, is my favorite blue scent. Blue scents are amazing when it starts to rain. Sauvage Parfum. Now this one is, I praise this a lot. Everybody knows this, my love for this fragrance. It's smelling amazing at the moment. It must be what, 13 or 14 degrees? It's been a pretty grim day, and the moment I smell this, I'm just in heaven. This is a resinous blue scent, but the most spectacular note in this fragrance is Sri Lankan sandalwood, coupled with a beautiful olibanum. Very high quality, extremely well made, and it's so seductive and yet so elegant. It's just excellent comforting scent. So hope you like this video, fellas. I think I've got 10 here. If you select one of them and try it and see for yourself, and let me know what you think. Hope you enjoyed the review. Take care. Bye bye.